Hello everyone, I am Loonker, a third year PhD student at University of Kent. The topic I'll be talking about today is reshaping the interrelationship between people and place using handheld projected displays in public space. In this presentation, firstly, I'm going to talk about some relevant perspectives to understand walking and the nature of technology that should be designed for use while walking. Secondly, I'm going to discuss the effects of use of existing technology like mobile phone on walking. And thirdly, I'm going to share our exploratory study and some observations that point to future possibilities. A large part of how we travel, access, and engage with our surroundings constitutes walking. However, among technology makers, walking is largely perceived as biomechanical movement of body. Contrary to that, a large body of literature in anthropology and ethnography informs us that walking is not just a way of getting around. It is a way of sensing and feeling the world, a way of interacting with our environment, learning about environment, becoming self-aware in the process, and expressing oneself creatively. Human beings have been walking with technology for a long time, for example, with shoes or walking sticks. These technologies, their relationship with body, and the relationship they frame between body and surrounding can support, enhance, obstruct, or interfere with the practice and pleasure of walking and how we experience the surrounding. Christina Hook suggests that human technology relations should create a sense of being one. The boundaries between them should dissolve to enable one to act through another. Technological tools should extend human perception and action in space. Ide defines this as embodied relationship between man and machine. Considering these perspectives on walking and body technology relationship, it can be suggested that technology designed for use while walking in urban public spaces should support embodied relation with body, self-awareness, sensory experience and physical exploration, self-expression, different levels of social engagement, and gaining knowledge by discovering new things. A commonly used technology while walking is handheld mobile phones. Primarily designed to support on-the-go interactions, mobile phone has become integral part of our walking being. They are shaping our everyday interactions in and with our surroundings with services like mobile learning, pervasive gaming, and city guides. They can provide various benefits in terms of providing location-based information or leaving digital traces. However, it is also important to understand how they relate to body and how they frame our bodily and social relation with immediate surroundings. Repeated attention to mobile screen while walking leads to loss in opportunities to observe, register, and respond to physical character of surroundings. This leads to lack of awareness of surrounding, lack of internal awareness, and lack of engagement with surrounding while walking. Studies have also shown that use of mobile while walking affects balance and rhythm of walking gait. Further, urban public spaces are gathering of static and passing strangers. Observing and interacting with these strangers could lead to pleasing and memorable experiences. However, private nature of mobile phone display leads to introvert interactions with devices, socially isolating the mobile phone user. This has negative effect on the emergent social situation in a public place. Mobile phones support technological encounter using GPS and social network, but they don't support bodily encounters with physical and social surrounding due to introvert and private nature of technology. These shortcomings of mobile phone use while walking in public spaces led us to explore an extrovert form of technology. In this section of presentation, I introduce and share part of the larger study that we undertook to explore the use of projected displays to enhance the walking experience during a heritage walk in a public space. To study how projected display and locative media applications shape, perform, and orchestrate walking experience in the context of urban space, we invited self-nominated participants to take a locative media heritage walk on the high street. We video recorded these walks to study bodily and social behavior with surroundings. In the following slides, I will share behaviors and actions we observed through sequences captured during video recording of the walk, and I will discuss these observations in context of the concepts discussed earlier in this presentation. As seen in this sequence of images, the participant came across space where the walls were further away from the street. However, the participant used the projected beam to reach out and scan them. Thus, she extended and amplified her actions in space using the projection beam. In this way, the body and the device came into an embodied relation. As seen in this sequence of images, the participant remained extremely curious and motivated during the walk. He walked from one edge of the street to another to explore and scan every spot, creating a zigzag trajectory on the street. The participant kept looking around, spotting new points of interest, and then visiting them to scan them with the projected beam. In the process, participants showed heightened awareness of surrounding and self-awareness. He exercised moment-to-moment control on his path, taking a bodily decision every step of the way in response to every new visual information that he took in. As seen in these sequence of images, the information triggered right in front of the site. However, the participant reacted to spatial configuration. He turned and walked towards the site to orient himself in visual alignment and position himself in proximity of the site. He settled by projecting specifically on the feature of the building, that is the door, thereby taking control of shaping his aesthetic experience of sight and information. As seen in these sequence of images, after the information triggered, the participant decided to project on nearest available large wall, though it was not essential for reading. Soon after realizing that the information had triggered a few meters before the site, the participant decided to relocate herself in front of the site to overlay the projection on the actual site. In addition, she decided to position herself on the opposite edge of the street to increase the distance between herself and building so as to achieve even larger projection. This represented an expression of one's own desire to engage in play with surrounding environment using the device. It was expected that the projection will lead to awareness of each other's presence and sharing of subject of interest, that is the projected display, among participants and passerby. However, as seen in the sequence of images, it also led to participant and passerby engaging in dialogue and later in collective action, that is, reading the information together. This showed that projected display has the ability to support different levels of interaction and support evolution of one social situation into another. Having presented some key observations, I will now conclude this presentation. In this presentation, I have reviewed walking as a practice and its significance in engaging with surroundings. I presented the concerns regarding walking with mobile phones. Lastly, I presented our study, some observation, and discussions. We found that using projected display reshaped participants' interrelationship with place. They showed great degree of physical exploration. They controlled their path and actions arising from self-awareness and awareness of surrounding. Participants used the device to engage in playful exploration with built environment and discovering new places. It created opportunities for social encounter and supported different levels of social engagement. Thank you for your attention.